Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's 9:55 a.m. on Friday, the 2nd of March, and I want to talk about two things today. First, I wanted to talk about the SEC subpoenas that went out. About 80 subpoenas went out for ICOs of varying kinds, all right, different ICOs. And the second is the transaction data of cryptos and what that means for cryptos in the short term. In the short near term. So, if you've been paying attention to the news, SEC subpoenas went out to about 80 ICOs, or about 80 subpoenas went out. All right. So, an ICO can receive more than one subpoena. One person can receive more than one subpoena. And what they're trying to do is discover securities fraud. Okay. So, BitConnect, Electra, especially, a lot of these scam lending platform coins, I'm assuming, are the ones receiving the subpoenas, all right, ones who have not lived up to their end of the bargain, whether it's being around for a decent amount of time or, fulfilling their duties of creating the product they promised to create on the outset. So, subpoenas are generally issued evidence gathering tool with the intention to prosecute if wrongdoing is established. So, it's just really fact finding, but it could result in people being prosecuted and companies being prosecuted. And a lot of these ICOs are not even incorporated, so individuals are the ones that are going to be prosecuted, not companies. And that's just, people are being foolish about how they're setting up their ICOs. I mean, they're not establishing legal persons. And as a result, when the hammer comes down, it's going to come down on a person, the individual, and not the company or the company assets. So a lot of people are going to be hung out to dry. They're going to lose their houses, their possessions, and it's going to be ugly. And then people are going to tighten up. So here's what other ICOs are doing. All right, they're seeking A+ regulation, which is what crowdfunding like Kickstarter, Indiegogo use, but it limits the amount of money they can raise to 50 million. But if you're developing a cryptocurrency, I don't really know if you need more than 50 million. So the more cryptos that go under A+ regulation can raise $50 million. You don't have to be accredited in the U.S. to purchase those tokens. So I suspect in the near future we're going to see different crowdfunding websites pop up that only deal with cryptos, and they will be A+ regulated, and therefore people in the United States can again participate in crowd sales. All right, so the bounties, the referral programs, all that stuff is probably gone. All right, those are probably out the window, at least in the United States. But the clamps are definitely going to be brought down, and that's that the U.S. government wants to control where the money goes. I mean, that's what it comes down to. But also, investors want to be protected at the same time, because what I've seen, and I know you've seen it too, is that most of these ICOs end up being dumped and losing much of their value, and they don't recover. And that's because either people got free bonus tokens, or the ICO price varied so much. So, for example, in the first phase, something was 45 cents. And then by the time it was over, it was 90 cents. So if you bought in the first phase, you've doubled your money immediately. So that's why crowd sales lose value. So many people dump coins because the bounties and the referral tokens, but also because of the varying prices during the crowd sales. So I think what's going to happen is that all of that will end so that the tokens that you purchase maintain their value. And then, the final price will be determined by whether or not they fulfill their purpose or fulfill their promise made at the outset, whether it's developing an app or a technology or products, whatever. So that's what I see happening. All right. But I think the ICO field will get narrowed down and we'll get better quality ICOs to purchase once more of these A+ regulated ICOs come out. So it is what it is. We're experiencing growing pains in the crypto world, and just have to adapt. Now, this article, transaction data suggests a crypto recession is brewing. All right, the amount of transactions since December has slowed down drastically. Right, Bitcoin returns to 2015 levels as far as transactions go. Transactions are way down, and that's because of the fees, but also because of, it's not the best. It's a slow coin, so people do not use it for transactions as much. Ethereum, all right, also has gone down, and excuse me. So these tokens, or these coins, are not being used as often. Now, what I'm thinking with the Electroneum app, the mobile mining coming out Monday for Android, what I'm thinking is Electroneum can move way up in the cryptocurrency market list once the mobile mining comes out. Because everything here, the volume is way down, all right? Volume is down on everything. Just look at these numbers. 100 million, 100 million, 41 million for Stellar, 199 million, 30 million. So a lot of these coins have gone down drastically in volume. And the total market, $18 billion in volume, that's also down. Okay, so here, just a couple weeks ago, the volume was in the $50 billion range, okay? $50 billion, $60 billion, vacillating from, 30 to 50, 60 billion. And recently, and here's a day of 39 billion, but recently, we're in the low 20s and even the teens in transactions. All right, and then cap volume. So with this lowered volume and transaction amount, this is the perfect opportunity for Electroneum to move way up, especially if they can get some payment processors working while the mining is out. Right, they have those deals in place with the mobile companies, mobile providers, and some of the payment processors that the mobile providers use. Now they just have to get it going, because right now they are in good position to take over the market. They're in great position. And the quicker they get everything up and running, okay, the faster they can get up into this top 10 area. Because, again, the prices of these coins, the volume, the easier it is to trade and use Electroneum, the faster it will get up into this top 10 area. And with everything slowing down, everything is ripe for the taking. So that's what I'm going to keep an eye on. Electroneum really has a chance to do some damage here if everything goes as it's supposed to go. Now, we know it hasn't gone that way, or at least not everything has happened on time like it's supposed to, but I'm very confident that things will happen and everything will get moving. So I'm staying strong in Electroneum. You know, I constantly gain more positions in Electroneum, and I'm looking forward to that pop, because a lot of these other coins, they have not done what Electroneum has done. Electroneum is already 24x'd before. Okay, so, and that's without any product. Now they have products coming out in deals. A lot of these other tokens do not have anything like it. All right, some have the tech like Cardano and EOS and IOTA, Monero, but they have nothing compared to the marketing campaign, the buzz, the ease of use that Electroneum has. So that's what I'm looking forward to in the next week or so, and I want to see how that plays out. But guys, we're in an ever-evolving market. A lot of things are changing fast, so you just have to stay on your toes. All right, I'll talk to you later. Peace.